Hey everyone, it is Amy, aka Misshabit here for another episode of MistTalker. In today's episode, we're going to go over 3 things. The first is going to be a little bit of speculation on the Terra Battle 2 characters. Second, we're going to be sharing some of the pre-registration details. And third, we have a MistWalker giveaway in store for you guys. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Unlike Terra Battle 1, Terra Battle 2 features a huge cast of playable characters. Let's take a look at some of the ones that have been revealed so far. First and foremost is obviously the poster child of Terra Battle 2, which is Sarah. In this concept art, the thing that I am drawn to the most is the virus program. So we don't know much about her other than she's protecting the triplets, and she could be fighting the virus, but she could also be the virus herself. This leads us into the triplets, the 3 boys that she was protecting in the trailer. One cool thing about these guys, though, is that they have these markings on their cheeks, which say 1, 2, and 3, which I can only assume signifies their age. But again, these guys are closely tied to Sarah. In what relation, we have no idea. These next 2 characters have the theme of fire and water. First is Cuckoo Rock, who says, "Roaring flames burn deep within." He seems like a super angsty, fiery kind of character, but you can see he's holding a flower, and it looks like the same kind of flower that's in Sarah's hair. Does this mean anything? Who knows? But I'm very excited to see what this character brings to the world. Next, we have Nene, who is the water embodiment. She's sort of the polar opposite of Cuckoo Rock, where she has this sort of optimism and she has this peace within her. Together, they seem sort of like the orphans in the story. This next character is my favorite type of character in any video game. His name is Gana, and I can only assume that he's sort of this charming rogue mercenary where, he only works for hire and he has no loyalty to what's good or evil. And so perhaps he'll be swayed to fight alongside Sarah and the triplets, or perhaps he only cares about one thing, and that's money. But there is more to life than money. In Cynthia's case, love. I think it might be unrequited, I'm not quite sure, but based on her concept art, it says a heart that seeks freedom shackled, as well as driven by love that was not meant to be. So either someone charmed her or she fell in love with the wrong person and is fighting for his or her defense. The next 2 characters look like they could be our priest type in any RPG. Elle and Guru have a totally different look from the characters we've been looking at so far. They could be, perhaps, the first introduction to the beast folk into the world of Terra Battle 2. Speaking of different races, Pitfall looks like he could be the first character of the lizard folk. Also, he is the quirkiest character that I have ever seen. It looks like he was inspired by any Comic-Con attendee with all of his different patches and emblems, and it looks like he has a handbag with all sorts of different collector's pins on it. The next characters are Runesong, Ukmana, and Girardi. These girls are amazing and look totally different from anything else we've seen. This could also be the introduction to a new race. Who knows? We could maybe have a machine folk or a fairy folk. In my opinion, Bolg is the most intriguing of all of the characters that have been revealed so far, because at first look, he is this pristine white knight that fights for justice and all that is good in the world. But his concept art reveals his hands are bathed in darkness, Asura, born from guilt. One can only assume that that means that this guy has a deep, dark secret that he's not sharing with the world. These next 2 characters are the embodiment of pure evil. First, we have King Kudo, who is also known as the Lord of the Dark Region. You can also see that he has these chess pieces in the background, which is a nod to perhaps his idea that the world is a chessboard and a game for him to play in. And no king is complete without his queen. thus introducing Queen Kudo. You can see that she complements his character design to a T, even with the matching chess pieces in the background. Together, are these perhaps the final bosses and ultimate baddies? Now that we've shown you some of the characters that are going to be in Terra Battle 2, let's talk about the pre-registration campaign. On August 3rd, all the way up to game launch, we will be running a campaign which is super easy to participate in. All you have to do is sign up for our newsletter, follow us on Twitter, or like us on Facebook. So what is this pre-registration campaign, you ask? It's a head start for anybody that wants to get into Terra Battle 2, and we'll provide extra coins, energy, buffs, and special guardians. And finally, this episode marks the first official MistWalker giveaway. It's incredibly easy to enter. All you're going to have to do is leave a message in the comments below, and you'll automatically be entered to win a Hiso plushie, MistWalker t-shirt, 2018 Terra Battle 2 calendar, and most importantly, a signed postcard by Sakaguchi and Fujisaka. Thank you guys for watching another episode of MistTalker. Make sure to follow us on social media and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.